Hello everybody, welcome to another directed draw. Today we are going to be learning how to draw gems and crystals. So let's get started. Alright, so I have my paper wide like a wall, but I'm just going to be doing different things on the paper and then moving them like I did with the crowns. So just follow along, draw what you want to, and we'll go from there. So the first kind of gemstone, so I'm going to do crystals and gems. I'm going to do gems first, is a sideways view of a gemstone. So it's like a diamond, but it can be any color, and technically you can make it into a ruby, a diamond, a emerald, a sapphire. Those are different kinds of gemstones, or precious, semi-precious gemstones. So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line across as straight as possible, and then from the end I'm going to go down diagonally on both sides, and then I'm going to do a letter V. So starting from this end, you're going to go down and up. Okay, down and up, and connect to the other side. So it's already kind of starting to look like a gemstone. It also kind of looks like home base. So it can be home base if you want. That's how you draw it. Now the other thing is we want to make it look a little three-dimensional. So starting from this corner, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a diagonal line in like that on both sides. And you can draw it as long or as short as you want. I'm going to make this one a little bit longer. And then you're going to connect this to here with a straight line. So go ahead and connect with a straight line. So if one of the sides, like this one, doesn't look as straight or angled enough, you can erase it and do it over. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to try and connect the ends together. Okay, so now we have 2 points. We have one here and one here. So we're going to connect those points to this tip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my pencil here, and I'm going to do a diagonal line down, and same thing with the other side. You're going to do a diagonal line down. So now you have a gemstone, and it looks pretty 3D. Okay, so I have something like that. Alright, so I'm going to shrink this. Let me shrink my paper first. Alright, and then I'm going to move that up to the top corner. I'm going to show you a different one that has more angles on the inside. So again, we're going to start with a straight line, straight as possible. Mine keeps on going up. Okay, so we have that. Then I'm going to draw this out a little bit longer. And it might take a couple times for you to draw it kind of evenly and down like that. Then I'm going to go in like how we did before. Now from here you can do the V if you want, but you don't have to. So I did that, and I'm going to close it with a straight line. My lines aren't being very straight today. It's not being cooperative. Okay, so that's as straight as it's going to go. Now I'm going to come back here because I forgot to do the V. You can do it after. It'll still work. So I'm going to go down and down. That one's a little too... Okay, so there we go. Whoops. Alright, so we have that. Now, I'm going to do the exact same thing where I go down from these corners. But if I want some more dimension and more angles, so if you Google a gemstone, you can see it has a lot of shiny parts and flat parts and little curves. We're going to draw that on the inside right here. So I'm going to do the one in the middle first. And what I'm going to do is I'm drawing a triangle. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to draw a triangle to here. We'll draw a line to form a triangle, so we have one. And then the other one, you come back up to the top, and you do another diagonal line the opposite direction, like this. Okay. So now what you have is you have one diamond, and you have one and two triangle shapes. So now it looks more cut and faceted. That's what it's called. It's called faceted. And then, if you want, you can make this into a triangle, or you can just leave it a diamond. Okay. Then on the next side, I'm going to go here to this corner, and I'm going to do a line this way. You can do it that way, or you can do down like this, or even like this. So I'm going to do mine like that on both sides. And then I'm going to cut that again in half and go down this way. Okay. So this is a little bit more fancier looking one. And then from here, what you do is you go up. Whoops. Up to this corner like that, and up to that corner like that. And you can do one that goes down this way. And so as many times as you cut, it can look more faceted, but it can also look a little bit messier. So I actually don't like that one, so I'm just going to delete it or erase it. Okay. I'm going to put one up here and see how that looks. No, I'm not going to do that one. All right. So the other part is we can try to make the inside part look faceted. So this part right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in the middle and follow the lines that I already made, like this. I'm going to erase this line and make it straighter. Okay. And go like that. And it kind of looks like it has a hole inside. But the trick is you're going to connect all of these corners to the opposite corner. So we'll look over here for this one. I'm going to go up diagonally. This one I'm going to go straight. Down diagonally, down diagonally. This one straight and up. Okay. So now it kind of looks like it's faceted. Excuse me. Felt like another one was coming. Okay, so now we have that, and what we can do next is we can kind of make it so it looks like it's raised a little bit. So to do that, you're going to come here, and I'll make this a little bigger so you guys can see a lot easily. And we're going to go up like this. So this line is closer to this side than it is to this line. Then I'm going to go straight across and then come down to the other side. Like that. Okay. Then I'm going to do another one of these lines like this. And then draw a line going down like that. Okay. And this line actually can go all the way over across like this. Same thing on the other side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to erase this part. Erase, erase. That line in the middle. And then you can also erase this line. Sorry, not that line. Not that line. The straight line over here. Okay. So after you erase this straight line, you're left with these odd angles sticking out. So to get rid of that, what you're going to do is you're going to go from here and you're going to connect the line and go down diagonally this way. So I guess you can erase this one too, that we just did, like that, and connect with a new line going down. Same thing on this side, and connect down like that. So now it looks like it's popping up a little bit. I'm going to fix this line because this one's a little weird. Oops. There we go. Okay, so that center portion kind of looks like it's popping up a little bit. So let me zoom out and you can kind of see that. Okay. If you don't like it that small, then what you do, I'm going to erase this again. I'm going to erase the whole center. So if you want it popping up, this is what you do. Okay. So let's say we're back to this point, which we are. And what you're going to do is you're going to start here in the middle. And you're going to draw a line this way, a line this way, and a line this way, just like we followed it before. Then all you do is you connect these down, straight down, at an angle like that. Okay. And then you should have what looks like a very chiseled diamond. So I'm just going to make these lines a little bit thicker. Or darker, I should say. Okay, so you have something like that. I'm going to do something real quick and see how that looks. Nope. Well, you could do that. So if you do a straight line down the middle of that diamond, it kind of looks like it's going in. So, ta-da! That's how you draw a chiseled diamond. This one kind of looks flat on top, but this one looks like it has some shape, like it's raised. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is it's this same diamond, but we're looking at it from the top. So, what that looks like is you're going to do, oops, it's a little bit thick. You're going to do two lines like this that are parallel to each other, which means they're not touching. And then you're going to do a V on top and a V on the bottom. Okay. And then on the inside, you are going to basically trace or copy the same shape except slightly smaller. How small you want it to be will depend on how much of the gem is cut. So once you do that, I basically made a smaller one right inside. You're going to connect the corners, all of these corners, to its opposite corner on the other side. Okay, so what that will look like is, I'm going to go straight up and straight down for these. And these are going to go up at an angle. So they're diagonal, like this. And there you have a gemstone. Okay, that's looking straight at you. So let me draw a smaller one. Or actually, I mean another one, not a smaller one. Make that one like that. All right. I'm going to do the exact same shape. This one I'm going to do a little bit quickly. And then I'm going to make this one a lot smaller on the inside. I think it's easier to draw the parallel lines first before you draw the V's. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect these. So this looks like it's more narrower, and so if you were looking at this one from the side, it would look more like this. Right? Whereas this one would look more like this. It's flatter. This one it has some height to it. Okay. So that's the only difference of these two gems. Now, if you would like this to be the other direction, all you have to do is start the lines, all you have to do is start the line sideways. So let me show you that. Okay, we're drawing a lot of gemstones. All right, so instead of doing this way, you're going to draw your lines this way. Okay, so it goes like this. Do your V's. Same thing inside. See, this is what happens when you go too fast. When you're drawing too fast, your lines aren't straight. And it looks messy. Okay. So I'm going to connect these lines like that, and so it looks like it's sideways. Okay. Awesome. So I'm going to move this one up here and make it smaller so it fits. All right. So we have those gemstones. Now, if you want to do a circle one, the circle ones are a little bit more challenging, I think, but you can try. So what you do is you draw your circle, then you do another circle in the middle. It's kind of exactly like that, right? How we started off with the two parallel and then make the big one and then the smaller one inside. Same concept. But the only thing is, with this one, a gemstone isn't completely round. It has edges. So basically, you have to make the circle with a bunch of tiny little lines. And what I mean by that is you're going to have to, let me draw this again. I'll draw the center one again. So if I have that, you're going to be putting in straight lines all over it, all the way around, to make it kind of round, but not. So if I zoom in, this is what it looks like, right? So you have one across here. I'll make this line thicker so you guys can see it better, like that. There's one here on the bottom. Then there's one going diagonally like this, one on the sides, and like that. So it is actually an octagon shape, okay? Which means you have to do that on the same thing on the outside. So if I were to erase this, I'm going to do a line like this. And remember, this line is the same as this line, except it's going to be a little bit bigger, okay? So you always have to draw it bigger than this one. Then it's going to go down like this, and this is where it gets harder because sometimes it doesn't always necessarily work. You have to be very careful. And then go down, and that way, down, whoops, see? So you have to be careful where you end the lines because they shouldn't be too close to the center, but they shouldn't be too far from the center. So like this one, this line gives me trouble all the time. And then you connect, okay? And then you just go through the same step where you are connecting the points to the other points, just like the other rectangular or diamond-shaped kind of gem. So what I mean by that is this corner matches with this corner. So you're going at an angle like that, and this one goes here, 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 all the way around, and that's your circular gemstone. So this one's a little bit harder, but if you make that stop sign octagon, that's what it's called because it has 8 sides. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's how you do a rounded one. And that one is a little bit more tougher than the other ones that I've shown you. And I don't actually like to draw these ones because of exactly that. Because it's just hard. So, the next one that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some crystals. And crystals are fairly easy. So we start with the 2 straight lines like this. Let me zoom in again. 2 parallel lines, and then you only do one side for the V. Well, you could do both sides. So I'll show you both ways. This one you're going to close with a curve on the bottom. Then I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to do a short line down like this, then another short line down on the other side, and then close it with a straight line. Okay? Then we're going to do a very similar thing where we're connecting these corners and lines together. So I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to do a diagonal line, and it's going to end with this corner right here. Same thing, you're going to start back up here and do a diagonal line this way, like that. Okay? Once you're done, you can finish like that, but if you want some more dimension, you go here, and all you do is do 1, 2 lines down, and that is a crystal. So this is much easier than that. So you can do a bunch of these and make a cluster, and if you want to do that, I like to go 2 lines like this. I do one this way, maybe one behind it, and then if I want a shorter one, I do the V first, down here. Okay, let me move this up a bit, because that's kind of low. Okay, and then you finish it off with all the V's at the top. And this one, you just go down like that. Okay, and then you can close it with angles. So like you can do diagonal lines like that if you want. So then I'm just going to go all the way around, and some of them I can just do two. So I can do a V and go down, or I can do down, across and over and do two lines like that and connect on the top. This one goes like that. This one I'll do just one like that. This one I'll do three, and this goes like that. Okay, so that's how you kind of do a cluster of gemstones. Shrink this and move it up here. We're doing a lot of gemstones today. You guys are going to be experts on drawing these. Now, if you want to do a double terminated gemstone, or I'm sorry, going back to gemstones, crystal, then what you do is you just put V's on both sides. So just like this one, all you're going to do is you're going to do two parallel lines, do an upside down V on top and a regular V on the bottom, and that's called double terminated because terminated means it's coming to a point in terms of crystals. So this is a terminated point, which means it stopped growing, and this is another terminated point, and because there's 2 points, that's why it's double terminated. Alright, so now I'm going to go down, go straight, and go up. And the bottom one, because it's double terminated, it's going to be the opposite, and it's going to flip over. So you're going to go up, across, and down, like that. Then all you do is you're going to connect these 2 points. So you're just going to do a straight line down. Same thing for the other side, straight line down. And then you're just going to connect these to the points, like that. And there you have a double terminated crystal. And you can color these however you want. Trying to think if I'm forgetting another kind of crystal. But these and these you can totally make inside of a geode. And a geode might be a little bit harder, but if you were to draw one, you're going to draw like an oval kind of shape. They're usually round, like this. Okay? And then pick a side. I'm going to go over here for the opening, and I'm going to go around like this. Okay? Then all you do is you're going to put in these clusters like that, all on the inside part. So I'm going to do a big one back here, and you kind of just make different shapes and sizes. Maybe some are behind it so you can't see the terminated point. And they can come down from the top, like that. And all you have to do is connect your points, like that. And you have your geode. So the geode on the outside is going to be a darker color than it is on the inside. Let's finish drawing this. So I've drawn these a bunch of times that I can go pretty quickly, but you guys need to take your time. Okay, it's not a race. The other thing you can do is you can just do some zigzags like that to show that there is other smaller gems or crystals inside. And then you just have to draw a few of these. And that way you can have all the details and you can color them, right? And it's just wavy, squiggly lines like that. And then I'll color this one and I'll definitely put it up on Instagram so you guys can see it. I'm not going to color it right now because it'll just take too long. Let me move this one towards the middle. Okay. And if you want to write the word gems and crystals, gem, j, I know that sounds like a J, but it's really a G. So you're going to do G, E, M. So that's a gem. And you can do stone. It has a silent E at the end. And then crystals start with a C. Crystal. That's one crystal. Let's make it plural and do crystals. With an S. Okay. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this directed draw of gemstones and crystals. And stay safe as always. Have some fun. Take a break. Stretch out your hands. And make sure you wash your hands also. And I will see you next time.